I'm not just talking about me papa party, no one no domino, and one year me to stop the nonsense, because me papa, who was a full political person, is dead and gone. He doesn't know what is happening here right now. So I cannot be voting on the loyalty of my father. Me papa will name there. Me papa sorry no pay. He will be shocked to come and see what we are, where we are. Eben one baby I drew. So me papa party no in who is the kind of leader that Ghana is looking for? Number one, the fear of God. Serious, because our people don't fear God. Number two, somebody who is an example, exemplary leader. Number three, somebody who has no connection with Freemasons or the cult. Because as I'm speaking to you right now, Freemasons is very interested in who leads this nation. And Freemasons have already chosen their candidate. Any endorsement by Freemason is a wrong choice. We don't want anybody who belongs to the cults. Not only Freemason, old fellow, Illuminati. Anybody that is connected to occults cannot lead this nation. We have made that mistake before. We made a Freemason a president before. Never again. Freemason can sit at home and say, I don't like that guy on the TV, and they will take him off. Freemason can sit at home and say, who is that one speaking? They are me, a Freemason for time. I'm here, Freemason. I don't tell me, my papa was a Freemason. I don't care about the stuff. Anybody who is Freemason or connected to Freemason cannot lead this nation. I'm telling you, straight up. It's time we want to tell the Christians, you want God to be in your affairs, open your eyes. Number four, that person must be matured. Not somebody who loses cool, because you are going to represent this country at the G12, G8, G7 summits and all that. We need somebody who is matured. Because I said, yes, this is a president. This is a leader. We must get somebody like that to represent this country. Number six, that person must have love or order. Number seven, integrity. His yes is yes and no is no. Let me compare, few projects by 16 years here, 16 years here. Maybe I will not be fair if I stretch it to 16 years. So let me make it 8 years, 8 years. So let's begin with healthcare. Agenda 111 hospitals. This one is in Sotum, Anya Sotum, and this one is somewhere in the eastern region. This, I have 4 pictures or 6 pictures on, Agenda 111 hospitals that have been, and mind you, these are district hospitals. So this is another one in a different location. And it goes on to, if you can speed up a bit because my time is flying. Yeah, so this, you can see the style of, healthcare. So this is healthcare, Agenda 111. Then I will compare it to the NDC's Rich Hospital. And I know the debate will be, this is a regional hospital, that is a district hospital. And I'll compare it to the UGM. So this is the University of Ghana Medical Center. Now, if everybody who is well-to-do is sick, now this is the place they take the people. So, this is healthcare. Let me talk about housing. Recently, my president commissioned housing for the police service here at Depot, and also commissioned some at Kwabenya. Beautiful projects, for the police service. This is for the police people. 2 bedrooms and some 3 bedrooms for them. Bring the Kwabenya project. That is something, as a builder, I feel it's, an achievement. This is at somewhere in Kwabenya. It's a project that has just been commissioned. And let me compare it to the Saglime housing project. So if I look at the housing project of Saglime, which we have left for almost 8 years to rot, when people are sleeping on the streets. Yeah. And this is Saglime phase 1. Let me compare airports. I will compare the Tamale airport and the Kumasi airport. So this is the Tamale airport phase 1. And then where I have traveled through, nice place. And then let's look at the Kumasi new airport. Nana Prempeh, the first airport in Kumasi. This one now, next week, we are going to have Ethiopian Airlines going to fly straight to Kumasi. So this is it. And then let me compare this to Airport Terminal 3 project. The Airport Terminal 3 project. So I'm comparing airports. And this is it. Lastly, let me compare education structures. I'm not talking about free SH, I'm talking about structures. So educational structures, let me compare the STEM schools. There are STEM schools. So this is one of the STEM schools that have recently been commissioned. This is also another one that have been commissioned. If you go to places like Abumusu, in that area, they have a very beautiful, thing that has been done. And compare it lastly to the E-blocks, So I am not holding your tongue, but as your pastor, since I returned from the United States, I have paid school fees, and I am still paying. I have paid and paid and paid. Last Friday, we gave support to few people who, their children are in secondary schools, but they don't have the money of almost about 7,000 to 8,000 to buy the things they need to take their children. So we supported them to go and handle that kind of thing. Now, I don't want you to come back here telling me the economy is not good. So you take your wisdom and invest it in your thumb and go to the ballot as a businessman and as a businesswoman. If you feel another thing I didn't compare was the economy. I didn't compare 2016 cedi to dollar 4.2 as compared to 17.5. I didn't compare that. I did not compare that. So you go and make a decision and choose a leader. And I don't want you to run here with tears, because the burden of our churches is on our head. So if you return here to come and tell me that as soon as you just like Moses will be traveling this way, now address the Electoral Commission. By the grace of God, I have tried my best as a man of God to remain neutral. I have objectively put out this information. The Electoral Commission must be as neutral as neutral. Whether you like it or not, the power of the people is more powerful than any manipulation. The power of the people is more powerful than any manipulation. So your frivolous decision of trying to keep only 10 people with accreditation at the collation center, it was very prudent for you to retract it very fast, because the vengeance of this nation was not going to be easy for you. So as much as possible, Madam Electoral Commissioner and your 7 commissioners, do that which is righteous in the sight of God, and that which is right in the face of the law of the Republic of Ghana.